Do you think that that should be the focus, is impeaching President Trump?
Look, I take this very seriously. I mean, this is a serious constitutional move. My view on this is protect the special prosecutor. Right. Let him finish his work without political interference. Let him make a full report to the American people, and then collectively we can make the decision about what the appropriate next step is.
This weekend, you know who blamed the Democrats for this horrible law separating immigrant families at the Mexican border. You want to school him on how this actually worked?
Right. So this is an administration policy that is separating these families, a Trump administration policy. And if Donald Trump wants to change it and let families stay together, he can change it. But the fact that those families are being separated at the border, the fact that children are being torn out of the arms of their mothers is on Donald Trump's head and nobody else.
That's right. Even though it was a policy in place under
This is what gets me about where we are right now, is the administration is the one that decides day by day by day, where are we on these kinds of rules? There's some things, as you know, have to go through Congress, takes forever. There's some things that are often administrative agencies. This one is one the president makes the decision. And now what are we all doing? We're all talking about something else. We're talking about photographs. We're talking about what could have been done 2 years ago or 4 years ago or 10 years ago. Let's face it, we need comprehensive immigration reform. We need real change. We need systemic change.
So you're saying that instead of, just to follow up on that question, you're saying that instead of blaming Democrats and just fetching about it, why not just fix it right now?
If you think it's wrong,
Bush too.
Exactly. Let's not go backwards in the blame game. If you think it's wrong, change it.
Right.
And if you don't think it's wrong, if you're not willing to change it, then own it. Because it's on you.
That's not a law.
It's not a law.
I could talk about this for hours, but comprehensive immigration reform is something that, as you know, many people have tried for a very long time, and nothing gets people out protesting and sorry, it's that. Let's continue. Much more important.
But you know, but it is a moment to say this is about political courage. It's about whether or not your party or there are constituencies who don't want it or the pieces are hard to put together. There are people like your dad who stepped up and said, this is what is right for America, and I will fight for it. That's what we need more of. And Ted Kennedy, right there.
So the other thing that's going on right now is that Trump is peddling this Spygate, as he calls it, which basically is saying that the Democrats, the FBI, spied on the campaign, the Trump campaign, when he was running. And basically, even though nothing has been shown to be true about any of that, he's just making it up as he goes along. It is resonating with public opinion. People are believing him. So what are you guys going to do about it?
Well, you know, look, Trump has figured out what works. And that is, the more he is afraid of what the special prosecutor Mueller is doing, the more Trump is worried about where that investigation is going. And remember, that investigation has already produced 16 indictments or guilty pleas. So this is a serious
charges have been filed.
A serious criminal investigation. As Trump hears the hoofbeats that's getting closer to him, he's throwing everything he can in the road, including, let's undermine the FBI, let's undermine the CIA.
Senator, they're buying it.
Everybody.
The Republican Party backs him up a large percentage still.
You know, but that's the problem. Everybody follows and has the conversation that Trump wants them to have, rather than the conversation about saying, as I think we should be doing, we need to protect Mueller so that he can finish his investigation without political interference from Democrats or Republicans. Let him finish, let him make a report to the American people, and then we can judge what's happened.
Trump doesn't want that. He doesn't want that.
I think the feeling is, though, that even on Election Day, there were a lot of Democrats calling for his impeachment. And you've put forward an impeachment bill in the past. If Democrats end up taking over Congress, do you think that that should be the focus, is impeaching President Trump?
Look, I take this very seriously. I mean, this is a serious constitutional move. My view on this is protect the special prosecutor. Let him finish his work without political interference. Let him make a full report to the American people, and then collectively we can make the decision about what the appropriate next step is. It's Donald Trump who doesn't want Mueller to be able to continue an independent investigation and bring it to a conclusion. And that's the part right now, exactly, that's the part right now that we keep getting pulled off on.
But if an impeachment bill was already put into place...
I'm not there.
Okay.
Okay,
good.
Where I am is that we need this independent investigation without political interference. Look, that's what we owe to the American people. This is more important than politics. This is more important than whether or not you agree with him on 100 different things. What matters is that no one in this country, no one, not even the President of the United States, is above the law.
That's right.
That's the key.
There were discussions about President Trump possibly getting a Nobel Peace Prize because of his work with North Korea. Well, there were discussions about this. I think 18...
Who started those discussions?
Well, I know that some Republicans did nominate him for a Nobel Peace Prize, and it looks like this summit between Trump and Kim Jong-un is back on again. Do you think it's a good idea, and do you think Trump does deserve credit for, maybe not a Nobel Peace Prize, but maybe credit for it?
Look, let me start with this. North Korea is a really bad actor. They pose a danger to them, to South Korea, to our allies in the region. They pose a danger to the United States and to the entire world. I want to see America find a way to help move North Korea to denuclearization, where they don't pose this threat. That's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard. And what it takes to move in that direction, you've got to have a plan. And you've got to have people to execute against that plan. You know, right now, we have a State Department where tons of people have been laid off. And it's like tumbleweeds blowing through the place. You know, there's just not a lot of folks on the ground who are the experts. I want to see a plan, and I want to see America succeed. What Donald Trump has done is, it's like, you say it's back on. Well, it's back on as of right now. Is it going to be back on as of an hour from now or 10 hours from now? There's no strategic plan here.
But you know what?
That they're working against.
There's a strategic plan here, and Senator Warren is sticking around. And we'll be right back. People apparently are calling, you know, whose daughter, Ivanka, tone deaf for posting a photo with her baby. At the same time that headlines are reporting that parents are being separated from their children at the border, and almost 1,500 immigrant children are missing. So, is it an inappropriate photo, or is she just a mom posting a picture of her kid?
She's just a girl who's like her daddy.
Well, that's the thing. You know, if she were just a mom and not the special advisor or the senior advisor to the President of the United States, I think it would be okay. But when you do have this policy under the Trump administration of separating every single child in every family. Now, this was a policy under the Bush administration, under the Obama administration as well. But under this administration, every kid at the border is separated from his or her family. I think it's really tone deaf when you're supposed to be the woman and whose platform is protecting women and children. Didn't Ivanka say that was her platform?
She's busy with her making her shoe line in China. She doesn't have time to pay attention.
Well, I think what Sonny is saying is important, that this happened under Bush and Obama. This is longstanding laws that are just being enforced right now. In fact, 4,159 children were unaccounted for, 84% in 2016. So if we want to talk about policy, this is a policy that's been in place for a long time. If we want to talk about optics, I think that I'm sure she was just like, this is a beautiful photo of me and my son. I'm going to post it, et cetera, et cetera. But yes, when you are the special advisor to the President of the United States of America, whether they like it or not, they got to think about optics. And for whatever reason, that never happens in this administration for any reason. And you're just giving more political capital to your enemies, which I don't understand.
But even if she wasn't part of the administration, she is his daughter. It is Memorial Day weekend. We also know that these children are missing. She's just not sensitive to the situation.
It's not that I don't think.
It's a lack of sensitivity.
I don't know her, so I can't like pontificate on it.
I met her once.
I don't know her, but I will say that they clearly just. It's fascinating to me that like a year and a half plus into this administration, that they still don't seem to care about the politics of being a politician.
They don't.
And that insults me.
That's what
because
they ran
I'm
on.
like you should, again, for no other reason, say you don't care about these children at the border, Ivanka. Okay, whatever. I don't believe that. She probably does. But like, you should care that it just looks tone deaf to some people. people. I wasn't as offended by it as a lot of other people are, but a lot of people were tweeting about this over the weekend.
Isn't this what they voted for, though? Didn't people say they wanted someone that wasn't a politician? They don't mind that his family is, they're all in places of power. Well, this is what you get when you have someone with no experience who appoints their family to these important positions. Right.